Hello and welcome to the Level 1 Sword Podcast. This is podcast number 113. My name is Steven and I am joined by my co-host Nathan.
It's good to be here on this Saturday afternoon. Weird time for us, but
Yes, we normally record during the evening.
yes. But it's a good day nonetheless for podcasting. So
Always. And we have ways of being contacted if you'd like. You can reach out to us via email. The email address lvl1sword@gmail.com. If you want to send us our, comments, suggestions,
yeah.
questions.
Yeah.
You can tweet it at us too.
Open floor for questions. So.
Yeah. And if you want to tweet it to us, you can. It's at LVL1Sword on Twitter, at LVL1Sword. And with all that nonsense out of the way, Nathan! How in the world are you? And what you been playing?
What was that?
His name is Gilbert Godfrey.
Okay, yeah. Son of yeah. I'm pretty good. I told you earlier, and I just wanted to let all the good folks know, I spoke bold words about getting the Piranha Plant amiibo a while back. And I planned on following through with those words, but naive little Nathan thought that it would just be as simple as walking into a Target or a GameStop, or apparently Walmart doesn't even sell amiibos, which is weird. Not the Walmart I went to anyways.
Wow.
Yeah. I thought it'd be as simple as just walking into, one of those stores and Piranha Plant amiibo, grab it and go. Pay for it, of course. But no. It's never that simple with Nintendo. I went to a GameStop and I was like, yo, y'all got a Piranha? All they had were, finally found the amiibos in the GameStop, and all it was just a bunch of stupid Animal Crossing amiibos. And I was like,
Yeah, because no one buys those.
Yeah. And I was like, y'all got Piranha Plant amiibos? And he was like, the closest store that I know of that might still have some Piranha Plant amiibos is like a few hours away. And I was like, well, looked online. Now they're being like scalped for like $30. I'm like, yeah, no, we're not going to do that. I'm just disappointed. Like I said earlier, it's my mistake. I should have pre-ordered it. I just didn't think a Piranha Plant amiibo would be in that high demand. It's a Piranha Plant. Is everyone else as into it as I am?
I didn't think amiibos were big anymore, period,
Exactly. Even King K. Rool. I looked up.
Yeah.
He's being scalped, sold on eBay and stuff for $30. I guess because they're new Smash characters. They have more demand because a lot of people like Smash.
I guess so, and everyone else has the other characters already.
But yeah, I did not account for that, so I am sad to report that I don't have it. I was hoping that by this day I would be here holding my beautiful Piranha Plant amiibo. One day I'm gonna get it though. Hopefully they'll make some more. And if they do, I will pre-order that. Could you do that? Is that a thing? Or just, I guess, how would I be able to get updates, you think, on when they're gonna make more, or if they're gonna make more?
Follow the right channels on Twitter.
Yeah, I might just have to keep checking back at the stores too.
Yeah. I know someone.
Because
who might be able to.
Oh, right. Oh yeah, I gotta talk to him. Yeah.
Talk to him tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely. Because now I want it even more. Now I'm like, okay, this is no joke. You're so funny, Mark.
What a funny story, Nathan.
But yeah, so that's a story I had. Because I played some more Kirby, about an hour or two.
You can't
I'm not
play
using a guide.
Super Mario Maker
No.
until you
I'm not
play
using a guide
Kirby.
though. So get that out. Don't say that.
Oh my goodness. You're never gonna play Mario Maker.
I'm gonna play Mario Maker, Steven. I've got Spring Break. Oh yeah, Spring Break is upon us. So I have even more time now.
When is your spring break?
This week.
It's not even spring yet.
Or next week.
That won't be spring either. It's not spring till the 21st.
Have you been outside, Steven? It's spring already.
It's 40-something degrees outside.
Well, a few days ago it was like
spring.
60, so.
it's been like that all winter.
Yeah. I don't make the rules, Steven. I just follow them and I do my spring break.
I just
when they
live
tell
in
me
the
to.
world, okay?
Yeah, yeah. So, I'm gonna. Yeah, I gotta find all those chests though. I just have like 12 more to go. So I'm playing through that and it's tedious, but yeah. So that's what I've been playing. So now I guess it's the time of the show where I ask you, Steven, what are you playing, Steven?
Should I answer you as Brett Kavanaugh?
I don't know.
I don't really know how he sounds.
He's
that
just
well.
really like emotional sound. Like, I had 2 beers. I don't even know. Whatever it was. And his mouth is always like open, like really wide. I don't know.
Well, when you're upset,
Yeah.
you know. So, I've been playing Smash Brothers. I am done finally with my second playthrough of World of Light.
Nice.
And okay, I've also been playing Pokemon Gold and blah 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 blah. So nothing further to add on that front. Although Pokemon, it doesn't make any sense. This second generation, I know now why a lot of people who played Gen 2 when it came out still preferred Gen 1, because there were a lot of things that were broken about Gen 1 Pokemon. I will agree with that. There were just some moves where if your Pokemon was faster, you could make the other one just not be able to attack. Like you could win on speed alone. And but with this second one, it doesn't make any sense for me to throw an Ultra Ball at a Pokemon who's level 16, poisoned, and in the red on health for it to not 100% work catch them. There was a Chansey I was trying to catch who was level 16.
Yeah.
I cast did a move called Toxic on them, which not only poisons them, but it's like each turn they take more and more damage from poison.
Yeah.
And so I start to try to throw Ultra Balls at it once its health gets about halfway down.
Ultra's the best, right?
Just shy of Master,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
works all the time, but you only get one per game.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so you better use it for like the best Pokemon. But yeah, Ultra Balls are the best balls that you can buy, and it popped out of it. It was almost dead, level 16, poison. When
That
it
should
has
never happen, right?
In Gen 1, that would never happen.
Yeah. If you weaken them that much, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's a
kinda
lot of
annoying.
stuff I don't like about Gen 2 that just don't make any sense. And then the third one that I ran into, because it's a very rare Pokemon, the third one gave me no trouble catching it. Using the same strategy.
That's
It's
weird.
like, actually, when it got in the orange and I threw the Ultra Ball at it, it worked immediately.
no consistency.
Yeah, it's not consistent. So, yeah, Gen 2 has issues.
You're finished? Or you're almost finished, right?
I'm almost.
You're
I've
doing
got-
like the bonus stuff, right? At the like,
Yeah, I'm
gold-
in Kanto. I'm in where the first game takes place, and I've got 3 more badges to get there,
Okay.
I think. Yeah. And then I think I'm going to catch a few more Pokemon from the Johto region, and then I'll be done with Gold. Now, back to Smash Brothers Ultimate. I couldn't find where All-Star Mode was. And it's because they've actually moved it. They moved it to an area that they're calling Mob Smash, which in other games has been called like Multi-Man Melee or Multi-Man Brawl, depending on which Smash Brothers you're
Right.
playing. But All-Star Mode has never been one of those categories. It's usually been you start a level where you fight about maybe 8 or 10 of the roster characters, and they're weakened versions. And then you go to a rest area, and then you've got a certain number of recovery items to use. That's how All-Star Mode used to be. In Ultimate, it's terrible. And let me tell you why it's terrible. You pick your battleground where you're going to fight, and you're going to fight all of the roster. almost all at once. Like you
That's
fight
a big roster.
Yeah, you fight about 5 or 6 of them at the same time. And they are weaker, they're easier to launch, of course, but they're smart. They're very smart. They know what their weaknesses are. It's like they've got a custom AI for them. So like if they've got really good projectiles, they'll just hang back and just spam projectiles at you, while other people like Captain Falcon will get right up in your face.
Yeah.
And I started looking. I was like, wow, this mode is really hard. Is there ever going to be a break? No, there's no break. And not only is there no break, you can't technically beat it.
Why not?
Because it just resets.
Oh.
It's infinite.
That's unsatisfying.
If you get all the way to Piranha Plant, no, actually no. Because it goes in order of the release or appearances of characters. So it starts with Mr. Game & Watch.
Does it not end with Piranha Plant?
It ends with Incineroar because he's the most recent character to show up in anything. Piranha Plant's been around for a while.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So, yeah, that's ridiculous. Like, you get to Incineroar and it resets to Mr. Game & Watch. And that's not even...
Wait a
honestly,
second. Mr. Game... Was Mario not around before Mr. Game & Watch?
Pac-Man, Mr. Game & Watch both predate Mario and Donkey Kong.
Oh, I didn't know Mr. Game & Watch has been around for that long. So it's Mr. Game & Watch, Pac-Man.
And then I think Donkey Kong and Mario.
Yeah. Interesting.
But that's not even the worst part, because it's constantly loading in new characters. When you beat one character, another one drops down.
Yeah.
It's like loading them in. And if you beat like 2 or 3 at the same time, the game's trying to load in like 2 or 3 more characters to take their place, and it lags and it stutters while it's doing that. So it doesn't even run well.
Yeah.
I'm just like, why did you do this? Why did you make this the All-Star mode and the ultimate version of Smash? Why is this the worst one?
Yeah.
It doesn't play like... And all the other ones play the same way.
Guess I just wanted to mix it up.
I guess so. I mean, it started in Melee. You had to unlock it. You had to get the whole roster before it would work. And apparently it only works with however much of the roster you've unlocked in Ultimate. Like, so if you start the game, you only play against 8 people, and then it starts over. But I'm like, that's not All-Star mode. I'm sorry. I hope they fix it in an update, but I'm not going to hold my breath. Like, they usually don't fix modes like that.
Yeah.
So, bit of a disappointment. So, I do have an important announcement to make for the future of the Level 1 Sword podcast. So, I've been thinking about our channel and what we should do to help make it grow, get more of an audience. I honestly don't think that the current format we're using as a video podcast works. So how it works is basically throughout the week, I keep an eye on Twitter, and I basically take news stories and set them aside for the weekend when we do our recording. Then throughout that week, I release, a video or 2 or 3 a day, depending on how many we recorded,
right,
and how many stories there are to cover. That's how many I would release throughout the week. But I always try to get a video out once a day, Monday through Friday. So what that has resulted in is us getting our opinion of news stories which broke about a week ago.
Old news. Our take on it might be fresh, which is what I thought, hey, because I used to do that. I actually used to, if I really was interested in a topic, I didn't like to... Actually, what I would do is I would look up YouTube videos on a particular topic, and if there was one more recent than another one, I would watch the more recent one, because I figured there's more information out by then, or, they have a fresher take on it. Yeah.
There'd be a reason to watch the new one over the old one. And maybe some people out there, like, I'm very happy that we have over 200 subscribers now. Like, that's fantastic. But the truth of the matter is, in the last year, we've only gained about 40 subscribers.
Yeah.
And I'd like to grow a little bit faster than that.
Exponential.
Right. So
we'll see.
At least for a little while, I'd like for this is going to be the last podcast that we do. We're gonna take a little bit of a podcast hiatus. We'll probably come back and cover things like E3 in June when that happens.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll probably have to do something like this to cover so much information at once. In the meantime, though, you're going to start seeing a new kind of content on the channel. I kind of want to keep that close to the vest right now. It's going to be very different. It might be similar to other YouTube channels out there. But honestly, I think the way a lot of other YouTube channels do news stories related to gaming and other things works really well.
Yeah.
So
we're going into the great unknown.
Yes.
So stick around for that.
Yeah, stick around. We're not going anywhere as a channel. You're still going to get content. You're going to still get content similar to this. You may not see us on on camera rather. As much for a while.
Bummer for you guys, because
yes,
look at
glorious
Steven over
curly
there.
locks.
Oh, I was complimenting you. I did a switcheroo there because everyone was expecting me to say myself, and then I said about you. It was a joke.
No, you clearly the prize here, Nathan.
Oh yeah, everyone comes for me for sure.
By the way, there's a puddle out in the kitchen. If you wouldn't mind, putting your head down and
I see how it is.
Getting it absorbed for me.
Okay.
So, yeah. And if you don't like the new format, put it in the comments. Let us know.
Yes.
We will read them. We'll take that into account, or send us an email or two, maybe a tweet. And I do have to say, no one's ever sent us an email.
This place is a democracy. And we're going to give the people what they want, but the people don't say anything.
Then we're going to do what we want.
Yeah.
So, that's how it's going to work out. Like I said, it's going to be a different format coming. We have some other things in the work, and also I do have to say, I've been having issues with getting the audio uploaded. So for the last couple of podcasts, there's been no audio version of this. It's only been going up on YouTube. I have no idea what's going on, what's wrong with the service that I've been using, but I'm trying to get that solved too. So, I do just want to focus on YouTube a little bit more, maybe suit our content better to that. And again, let us know what you think in the comments. You want this format to stay? You think, it's tired, it needs to go? Just let us know is all I ask.